So everybody resigned? This video is brought to you by the Tatum store. The Tatum store, get the merch link in the description section. Also visit beatenblackandblue.com, beatenblackandblue.com to get my brand new book, Policing in America from Your Boy's Perspective. Make sure you get on that list. I don't want to hear nobody crying after I sign all these and then you ain't on the list and then you call me back later and say, I wish I was on the list. Get on the list. Let's get into this. Ladies and gentlemen, my wife sent me this and I thought this was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. These school board members in Northern California, surprisingly enough, was on a Zoom call and forgot they were live on the Zoom call and started talking big trash about the parents. And everybody, including you, gonna hear what they have to say. Now, they said all kind of crazy stuff. I'm gonna put it in a couple clips because these clips are very important to illustrate the sassiness and gall that these people have against the parents. And let me say this about, put it in context for you. The Zoom meeting was pertaining to kids not being able to come back to school. And this is gonna lead me to my next video, but I'm gonna stick right here. Kids not being able to come back to school because of bureaucracy, right? Because of the government. And this is what we need, and not to wear masks. And all this bull crap that don't mean nothing and ain't even real. And when I say ain't even real, the outrage ain't real. So they had a Zoom call to talk to the parents about getting the kids back into school and why parents are disgusted that there's no communication and they're just saying the kids can't go to school just for the heck of it. Now riddle me this, Batman. If your kids are going to school and you have to go to work every day, and that's been the routine, and you pick them up after school because that's the time you get off of work, when they're not going to school and they're on a Zoom call where all the kids aren't even showing up and the teachers aren't even really teaching on a Zoom call because they can't personalize their teaching with the student, they can't come and talk to them, the benefits of being in a classroom setting is not apparent on these Zoom calls, and parents are frustrated. To ask me how that's wrong, I mean, how is that wrong? How is it a problem that parents are frustrated that these school boards have decided not to have the kids go back to school? Now, with that being said, I want you to listen to what these parents said, and you tell me, if you had a meeting at your child's school and they thought they got off a Zoom call and they said this, would you be hot? Would you lose your mind? Or would it not matter to you? Without further ado, let's roll the film.
Well, a lot of anger and fallout tonight in Oakley. Within the past 10 minutes, we've learned that the president of the Oakley Union School Board has resigned, and more than 2,000 parents are demanding the board's other members to do the same. All of this because some of the board members were caught on camera bashing parents.
Bashing. This is cringe. And I'm going to get my comments after, but this is cringe.
We have the tape.
They said they have the tape. Let me skip to the part where they actually get on here and start really bashing. All right, here you go.
Care.
It's really unfortunate that they want to pick on us because they want their babysitters back.
While another board member used expletives as she talked about responding to criticism on social media.
Are we alone?
Yeah.
That's when you know you messed up, when you say, are we alone? You probably shouldn't have said it on the Zoom call.
If you're going to call me out, I'm going to you up.
My heart.
And it's all fun and games until right about her is when it wasn't funny no more.
Oh, we have the meeting open to the public right now.
I can see her soul melt. I can see her soul. I can see her soul melt when she realized that they said all that and they were open to the public. Let me go back and I want y'all to watch with me what it looks like when somebody's soul melts because they know they messed up. This is when she knew she messed up.
The meeting open to the public right now. That's what Lori just said. Great.
Today, the
Oh my God. You guys have to watch the rest of it. But let me explain this. This is my takeaway from that. I understand that there are parents in school districts that do not participate in the success of their child's education. There are parents that do that. I understand it. I see it all the time. I know about it. It don't take you to be a rocket scientist to know that there's parents that don't participate, and they do want to use these teachers as babysitters because they do not do anything when the kid go home. They blame the teachers when everything goes wrong, and they don't do nothing on their end. I get it. I get it. I get it. But you can't say that on a Zoom call. And even greater than that, this allows the public to know that they're not being taken seriously. Because a lot of parents are involved. A lot of parents are doing what they're supposed to do. A lot of parents got a lot more to deal with than to worry about these teachers complaining about getting paid to be babysitters. They're complaining about it. See, this is the thing that bothers me about teaching and teachers and stuff like that, because I know there's a lot of great teachers. But when police officers get treated poorly, COVID don't wait for police officers. When they're dying because of this stuff, they don't get to do a strike. They don't get to walk out on a job. They don't get to complain on a Zoom call. And people are just supposed to let it go. They have to suck it up and do it. I feel like teachers are the same way. You have to suck it up and do it. I don't want to hear you boycotting because you didn't get paid enough. Police officers don't get paid enough. Some firefighters don't get paid enough. MTs, nurses, they don't get paid enough to do what they do. And I would argue what teachers do is important, but it's not as dangerous as the others that I mentioned. But yet teachers get to go strike and complain and cry when they don't get their way. And I'm not saying this to offend teachers. I'm just giving you my opinion based on what I see from being a former police officer to what I see these teachers doing that's inappropriate and ridiculous. Coming on and challenging parents who are actually having to go through these things is ridiculous, sickening. And I'm glad that they all resigned. The most cringe video that I've seen, I should have played more of the video, but I'll link that in the description section. But you can't do that. You can't criticize parents and say all that. And then when you get caught, you're embarrassed and all this stuff. Don't say things you don't mean on camera. If you don't mean it, don't say it on camera. Don't say things on talking on the phone with somebody that you don't want the world to know, because people are secretly recording you. Record you. Ask me how I know. But the beauty about Tatum is that I say what I feel all the time. I don't care if you like it or not. I don't sugarcoat nothing for nobody. I always act as if I'm being recorded. So, but anyway, let me know what you think about it. Was it ridiculous, or is Tatum tripping? Like and subscribe to the channel. Visit Beaten Black and Blue. I want to say Beaten Black and Blue. Visit beatenblackandblue.com. I'm reading the book. I love you guys. See you on the next one.